Okay. So let me share my screen. The last time we stopped at text 220. So basically, let's go back here.
We are done with the 23 meanings, Prabhuji.
Yes, right. So 23 meanings. So Atma Rama is equal to Deha Rama. Deha Rama means those who benefit or those who enjoy bliss due to their body. Now, some parts we did not complete. So here he gives the other meanings. So far he has given only the meanings of Atma. So there are other words in the verse. Atma Ramascha Munaya Nirgranta Api Urukrame Purvantya Haitukim Bhakti Nittam Bhutapano Harihi. So there is cha is there. What is the meaning? How do we interpret? So he's giving for the same four explanations. Cha shabde samuche ar attakoi Atma Ramascha Munayascha Krishnera Bhujhare. So cha shabda should be taken as the meaning of samuchaya. Samuchaya more or less equal to and. So Atma Ramas and Munis. So that is what he is saying. Atma Ramas and Munis. That is Atma Rama equal to here Deha Rama. Those who benefit out of, those who get bliss out of body. And Munis. Munis, you can take it as, the devotees only. Those who are thinking about Krishna. So both of them worship Krishna. Ararthakoi means there is one more meaning of cha shabda, which he will later tell, but he's just giving a hint here. Nirgrantha hoya ihanapi nirdharane Ramahasha Krishnagacha yatha viharaye vane. So both of them become nirgranthas. Nirgrantha here means they have become beyond the scripture, which means that they are so they are they are elevated to a greater level. They are very much realized. And api means nirdharana. Nirdharana means indeed. Okay, so indeed they worship the Krishna, or indeed they become nirgranthas and they worship Krishna. It gives an example, Ramagacha, Krishnagacha, Yata Viharayamane. This is this is an example for the word cha, when cha is taken in the sense of samuchaya. Samuchaya means more or less and. So Ramagacha, Krishnagacha, Manam Gachati means both of them are going to the forest. There is slight difference between and samuchaya in Sanskrit, but I'm not going to go into that detail here. So that's maybe interesting for grammarians, but not for everyone else. So I will skip that part. But otherwise, it is just saying two different entities. So Atmarama and Munis are two different entities. Muni is not an adjective to Atmarama in this interpretation. Okay, so these are explanations for the previous. These are the word for word meanings for the previous explanations. Now he is starting the next explanation, which is the 24th explanation. Okay. So this explanation are equal to Anvachaya. This is Cha Shabde Anvachaya Arthakohe are Bato Bhikshamata Gamcha Anaya Joiche Prakar. So cha means Anvachaya. Anvachaya means one activity is primary and another activity is secondary. Okay. So I'll just open the Atmarama verse for reference. Okay. So here is the word cha is used. Right? So here he gives an example. Bato Bhikshamata Gamcha Anaya. Batu. So Batu is a student living in the Gurukul. So those days, the students, when they reach of the age, for Brahmanas, when they reach 8, and for Kshatriyas, I think it's around 10 or 12. And then the Vaishyas is little older than that. So they go to Gurukul to study. and they have a time period to study. How long? The Brahmanas will study for more time. The Kshatriyas will study for little lesser time. The Vaishyas will study for little lesser time, because according to the profession they are going to do, they study. The Vaishyas only need to study less because they learn more in the field when they are working, right? So that is, they learn from their parents and then they do the business. So they study less. Anyways, so all of them go to the Gurukula, which is the house of the Guru. So Guru usually those days are the Grihasthas. So the Grihasthas, they have an ashrama. The wife of the Guru will be there, and the Guru will also be there. They go to the Gurukula and they assist the Guru in different household activities and learn from the Guru. So every day, the Guru also has to survive, right? So because he is doing full-time teaching to the students and he doesn't take money from the students, the parents of the students may give some dakshina at the end of the schooling, but they don't pay fees like we pay fees, today. So the Guru has to survive every day. So how does that happen? The students go out and take bhiksha from the other householders. They collect bhiksha, alms from the other householders, and they come to the Guru and they use those materials to prepare food and eat. So the students every day, they go out for collecting bhiksha. Here it says Batu. Batu is the Gurukula student. So the Guru is saying to the student, Bato, hey Batu, bhiksha mata, go and do bhiksha everywhere. Gamcha anaya, and also bring a cow. So the cow is wandering somewhere else. So the Guru is saying to the student, if you see the cow, you bring that cow also. So here is the word cha is used. Gamcha anaya. So here the question comes to the student. Does he have to go and collect bhiksha, or he has to go and search for the cow? Because Guru says two things. Bhikshamata, gamcha anaya. You go and collect the cow as well, and you do the bhiksha. So which one he should give primary? Like he should first go on to search for cow, and if he finds a cow, and then if he has more time, then he should do bhiksha, or he should the opposite, that he first should collect the bhiksha, and if he finds time, or if he sees the cow around, then he will bring the cow, which is the most important thing. That is where the cha shabda equal to anvachaya meaning is coming. That is, the cha makes one thing primary and this another thing secondary. So here the word cha is attached to gam, cow. So bringing the cow is a secondary action. Bhikshamata becomes the primary action. So the student understands, okay, Guru has said gam cha anaya. That means first Guru is telling me, go and collect the bhiksha and bring the cow. That bring the cow is a secondary action. Secondary action means if at all while you are going around and seeing if there is a cow, bring the cow. So this is the secondary meaning. So in the same way, you should apply here also for the word cha. So he explains in the next one. Krishna Manane Muni Krishne Sarota Bhujay Atma Rama Api Bhoje Gauna Arthakoi. So the Munis, Muni means those who are meditating. So whom they are meditating? They are meditating on Krishna. So the devotees. So the devotees worship the Lord all the time. However, the Atma Rama Api Bhaje Gauna Arthakoi. The Atma Rama is also worship. That's a secondary meaning. So here, Atma Rama, cha. The cha is attached to the word Atma Rama. So their worship of the Lord is taken as a secondary. The primary meaning here is mentioned is the Munis, or the devotees of Krishna who meditate upon or think about Krishna all the time, right? So they worship Krishna. Kurvanti haitukim bhaktim urukrame. So they worship, they perform devotional service to Urukrama or Krishna. But the Atma Ramas also do. That's a secondary meaning. The cha is used as secondary here. just like the word Bhikshamata Gamcha Anaya. Okay. Just note down Chai Kodamachaya.
Can you make little bigger letters, Prabhu? So yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then now he is taking the another meaning. This is 24th meaning. Here 25th meaning is cha equal to Eva.
Prabhu,
And
all 64 meanings are not for Atmarama, just the word for Atmarama?
so the 64 meanings are for the verses, whole verse.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you for clarifying.
And api equal to garha. So let's read the text here. Cha ebarthe muneyaha eva krishnera bujhoy atma rama api gorharthe kwai. So here he says cha meaning is eva. Eva means alone. We have the Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. So Eva we are saying alone. So the Munis alone worship Krishna. That is those who are devotees of Krishna. They only worship Krishna. Atma Rama Api. Api here is the meaning of Api is Garha. Garha means somewhat sort of disgust meaning kind of a thing. The Munis, they worship Atma Rama Chamune. So the Munis worship, perform bhakti to Urukrama. That is the main important thing to be revealed. Atma Rama, the Atma Ramas who are, fixed in that position. There is a position that comes with Atma Rama. No, I am a self-realized person. They are not giving up that position. They want to stick to that position. However, the Munis, though they are also self-realized, they gave up that position. Mm, I'm not proud that I'm self-realized, kind of a thing. They gave up that the position of that nature, right? So they give up that thinking or thought process. Whereas the Atma Ramas, they did not give up that thought process. They're thinking, they are still in that, I want to be stick to that position of Atma Rama. So that is why it is said with a censure mode. Censure in the sense like, sort of criticism or disgust way. The Munis worship Krishna. However, the Atma Ramas, those who are thinking they are self-realized, are those who are self-realized, but they don't want to give up that position. They also worship Krishna. That is the meaning here. Nirgrantha hoya a duhara visheshan or arthashana joiche sadhura sangam. So both of them are nirgrantha. They become nirgrantha or being nirgranthas. Hey, dunhara visheshan. This is an adjective to both words. So he's giving other words. So here, Atma Ramas are those who don't want to give up their position as self-realized. So they do not think that, Munis or the devotees here, they do not think that, I am Brahman, I am walking around and I am worshipping Krishna, who is also Brahman. They don't think like that. Whereas the Atmaramas, they do not want to give up that position. I am Brahman. They want to just stick to that. And whereas the devotees, they identify themselves as Dasa, like the servant of the servant of the servant of the. So, Ar Artha Shuna Joiche Sadur Sangam. So, he is explaining one more meaning, which is 26th meaning. Let's go to 26th meaning. निर्ग्रंथ शब्द को है तबे ब्याद निर्दान साधु संगे सेह करे श्री कृष्ण भजन. So the meaning of nirgrantha is equals to one who doesn't have wealth. So what is the greatest wealth that one can have? Sadhana, bhakti. That is in this world, before you have realized Krishna. So the bhakti, the devotional service, what we are doing, regulated principles of devotional service, which Prabhupada translates as that our practicing stage, that sadhana bhakti is actually a wealth that one can attain in this world and perform and then realize the Supreme Lord. So one who does not have this wealth that means those who don't perform sadhana bhakti. And one of the examples Kaviraj Goswami is giving is Vyada, the hunter. The story of Hunter and Narada Muni is well known to everyone. So in that case, Hunter hasn't performed any sadhana. But because of association of devotee, he also started worshipping Krishna. That is what he is saying. Krishna Ramas Chayeva Hoy, Krishna Manon, Vyada Hoya Hoy, Puja Bhagavadottama. So Krishna Rama Chayeva. So here Atma Ramaha means Krishna Ramaha. Atma means Krishna, because Krishna is the Atma of the Atmas. That is, he is the self of the self. Without him, all the Atmas cannot exist. So he is the self of the self for everyone. So without Atma, I don't exist. And without Krishna, who is the Atma of the Atma, even the Atma doesn't exist. So I am so much attached to my own existence because of this Atma. When I say my own existence means that, I'm just so much toward this Atma, that is I as an identity. That is why I have this possession. And anything related with that, okay, this body is possessed by this Atma, then this body becomes very dear. And because the body becomes very dear, those that are related to the body, like children, home, car, whatever the wealth collected and it is associated with this body, also become wealth. But the root of that possessive mentality is the Atma, the identity, the self we are having. Why? Because that is our existence. But even this does not exist when Krishna is not there. So Krishna is the root existence. So then he is the self of the self. So we should be more attached to him. Why? Because without him, we cannot even exist, right? So he is the Atma of the Atma. So he is also called Atma. Atma Ramaha. So in this interpretation, it is understood as Krishna Ramaha. That means those who delight in Krishna. So the Vyada, who did not have any wealth of sadhana, he also became Krishna Rama. That he also started taking delight in Krishna. So he's thinking about Krishna all the time. Vyada Hoya Hoy, Puja Bhagavadottama. Even though he was a hunter, he has been raised to the level of a Bhagavata Uttama, a great devotee. So then he is going to start the story. Eka bhakta bhyadher kotha shuna sabadhan jaha hoite hoy satsangam mahimare gyan. So he is telling that, listen to the story of this Bhakta Vyada, that is a devotee who was previously a hunter, carefully with attention. Why he is saying that? Because by carefully listening to that story, then one will understand the glories of satsanga. We'll value, okay, satsanga is not just so simple thing. It's actually great because it has turned even a hunter into a great devotee. So this is what I think a couple of days back, Mukunda Datta Prabhu was sharing that Tamal Krishna Maharaj, when he goes and talks to a person, puts his attention onto a person, just one time only if he talks, that person immediately changes his heart and then, he takes to the path of devotional service. You can see that, how much he was empowered to do that, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So similarly, here is the case of Narada Muni, when he just had a short association with the hunter, the hunter's life got totally changed. Hunter was actually killing the animals, and he was not even killing the animals, he was half killing the animals. That means he will just break the leg of a rabbit and then he won't kill. And then he will see how the rabbit is suffering. Or he will take another animal and then break the neck and then let it suffer. And then he takes pleasure out of it. Why he does that? His father has taught him like that. Very, very tamasic in nature. That you derive pleasure from somebody else's suffering. It's also a pleasure, but it is a tamasic pleasure, very degraded pleasure. So Vyada was like that, the hunter was like that, very, very cruel in heart. And when he saw Narada Muni, the other animals got disturbed, so he got so much irritated by the presence of Narada Muni in the first time. So what happened? He wanted to abuse Narada Muni, even with bad words. But because of Narada's presence, the words were not coming to him. See the power of the Sadhu Sangha, he couldn't even speak those words. Then he started having interaction with Narada Muni, and then when Narada Muni explained, he immediately changed, completely changed. He broke his bow, and then he threw it away, and he gave up all the wealth he has collected to everyone. And then he went to the bank of Ganga, and then he put a small ashrama, and he installed a tulsi plant in front of that. And then he was just living with whatever comes on its own accord. He wasn't worrying so much about food, but he was performing continuously bhakti. And then within like 6 months or something like that, he was raised to the level of bhava. Now, bhava is love of, then practically love of Godhead, right? So we perform years and years of sadhana bhakti. But you see the hunter case, he was raised to the level of bhava bhakti very quickly by the association of Narada Muni, by whose association you also come, the power of that personality, the candidates will also have immediate effect. And usually this is a rare case because the devotees let others generally practice bhakti and then rise up. That is very natural. This is a little bit like a kripa siddhi, you can say, that by the mercy of the devotees or sometimes the mercy of Krishna, some people can rise up to the bhava level or prema level very quickly, but that is not usually the case. So it is somewhat, you can say, exceptional cases. So this is the power of satsanga or association of the devotees. So that is the 26th meaning, that even though a nirgranta, one who does not have the wealth of sadhana bhakti, he also became a atmarama, and he performs kurvanti ahitukim bhaktim. He performs unmotivated devotional service to Urukrama or Krishna. Such qualities are possessed by Hari. Okay, I will stop here. Any questions, any comments, reflections?
Did you write the last meaning on the notes, Prabhu? Right.
Yes. I will just post it in the YouTube channel also. I'm doing that for other video, so I'll do that for this as well.
So, Prabhuji, I remember,
I
sorry,
think Shankarananda Prabhu wanted to say something. Haribol?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your voice is feeble, Prabhu, not very clear.
Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So, Prabhu, I was asking this. You said Atma Cha Munayo. So the Cha refers to Atmaram or Munayo?
In which interpretation you are asking?
The interpretation you said, in relationship to getting the Bhiksha and bringing the cow, right? So Arya the Cha was referring to Arya there, the second item, right?
So
Here, similarly, Atmaram should be the primary and Cha Munayo, right? Also Munis. So, because otherwise the Atmaram, I'm just trying to understand
yes, Prabhuji.
how the Vaishnavacharya has explained. So, is the Atmaram is superior or Muni is superior in this case?
Yes. So here the Gam Cha, the Cha is coming after the word.
Okay.
Cow. Cow also.
Okay, Gam.
So in this case, to complete the meaning, so in this case, Atmarama, the Cha comes after Atmarama, so it is attached to Atmarama.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you, bro.
So, Prabhuji, I just remember, you explained it very nicely, the soul of all souls, right? Like, in that case. I also remember the context that when Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami about why actually, Yashoda is attached to Krishna, but why all the mothers, are also attached to Krishna more than their own children. Then the same thing was explained in the purport, right? So that was more clear now when you explained about Atma, why we all of us has to get attached to the Supreme Lord Krishna, because he is the Atma of all the Atmas. So right, that was explained very nicely, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yeah,
thank you.
I was not able to understand earlier why, even though there was a very little explanation in Srimad Bhagavatam that was purported by Srila Prabhupada, but your explanation is really making sense. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
You are going to release, already this is released in YouTube, right, Prabhuji? Because I'm writing.
I want to just edit it. I'll edit the description and I'll add the meanings and then I'll post it in the group.
Previous video also, please.
Yes, definitely.
Please public, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Brajajan Prabhu.
Thank you, Honorable Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So we'll
Thank you,
stop here. Thank you.
So, Prabhuji, please release it before next week, because unless I am hearing one more time, because it's better to hear 2-3 times, then only we'll understand the 64 meanings. So please do it as early as possible, Prabhuji.
Yes, sure, Mataji.
And I hope you have organized the YouTube channel, bro. That'll be very nice if you can put all these.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah,
Yes.
I am adding to a playlist, but I will post every week the link as well.
That's wonderful. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
पञ्चकल्पतरुपस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।